some young'uns, they promise to be the same. That's what the big game's all about. It happens every year. We lose a few of our heroes, but find others who know no fear. We see them give it all they know. We see them give it their best shots. It's whether unknown or famous, you gotta give it all you got. That season was a good one. We saw a big man walking tall. But who will it be this year to collect the greatest prize of all?
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the Willow Salford for today's Silk Cut Challenge Cup third round tie. Salford versus St Helens. Salford having the third home tie, whereas Saints are having the third away. Just not had the luck in the draw, the Saints. Here comes the Saints now. A large contingent from St Helens, led by the Saints team, led out by Shane Cooper, the captain. I'll just run through the teams for you now. Saints are first, number 1 Beavers, 2 Ledger, 3 Lachlan, 4 Elia, 5 Tanner, 6 Cooper, 7 Holding, 8 Burke, 9 Groves, 10 Evans, 11 Farber, 12 Haggerty, 13 Arkwright, 14 Dwyer and 15 Fieldhouse. The Salford team, number 1 Gibson, 2 Jones, 3 Austin, 4 O'Loughlin, 5 Bentley, 6 Kearns, 7 Blower, 8 Herbert, 9 Moran, 10 Disley, 11 McWarrell, 12 Blease, 13 McTeague, 14 Glynn and 15 Major. Today's referee, John MacDonald of Wigan. It's the 28th of February 1988 and Saints on song already with 11 consecutive wins behind them. So both captains out there centre field with referee John MacDonald. As you can probably hear, I'm just getting a bit of hassle off these timekeepers, Uta, but we've just got to put up with these things, haven't you? Anyway, away we go. It's Saints to kick off. Darren Blewer, the Salford captain, with Shane Cooper. Paul Lachlan to start the proceedings, and away we go. Deep kick from Lachlan up to the cantilever stand end. Salford coming away across field. Quickly in there, Roy Haggerty completes the first tackle. Well, Haggerty on the floor, the Salford man on top of him. A referee MacDonald well back here, he couldn't see what was going on, but he penalises Saints Roy Haggerty. So first penalty going Salford way. Just hope he's as consistent all through the match. So it's Salford now gaining the added yardage, brought down just before, pan touch just before the halfway. Just penetrate the Saints line, the ball comes out loose. The Salford man grabs it quickly. Tony Burke out down there, took a knock. Saints physio on, but it's Salford in possession. Solid tackling from Saints. Mark Moran acting half back. Salford bringing it to the right. So McTeague there, trying to get through. Farber quickly in there with Paul Groves. Paul Groves signed from the Salford club. Blower, a little chip and run. Phil Beavers, well there, takes it well, drives over the 25. Darren Blewer there with a little kick, tried to claim obstruction. He ran right into Chris Arkwright, but referee MacDonald not taking any notice this time. Saints in possession. Stuart Evans, well, the ball going down there, and Stuart Evans complaining vigorously about 2 or 3 Salford tattlers. Salford getting another penalty. Obviously Stuart Evans saying something to referee MacDonald, being brought out. Referee MacDonald's telling him he's the boss and I tell you what to do kind of thing, and that's it. So Salford's first chance to put points on the board. Well, that's inconsistency previous from the start. Roy Haggerty there, a judge not to have got off the man quickly enough. And at this end, Stuart Evans with 2 and 3 Salford men on, obviously groping for the ball. He was obviously tackled, the man's on the ground, but they wrenched the ball from his hands, and referee MacDonald awarding a scrum down. Then Stuart Evans obviously back chatting, and Salford's first chance to get points on the board. So it's Jones, right wing for Salford, lining up for the conversion. It's about, 27 yards out. Centre field. Should be no problem for this lad. Just 2 minutes gone of the game. And Salford's first chance to get points on the board. Jones steps up, looks good, centre field. So Salford take an early lead from that indiscretion by Saints prop Stuart Evans. 2-0 in the lead from that Jones kick. Paul Loughlin to start. Kicks it deep into the corner. Saints move up quickly. Obviously want to contain Salford in the 25. From the acting half-back, Salford move it quickly, just get outside their own 25. Mark Moran stepping up as the acting half-back, Salford moving it to the right. Solid tackling from Saints, Farber and Arkwright quickly in there. Always hard these cup ties, Salford not doing very well in the league, but the cup's a different thing. Salford relieve the pressure, kick up field, Phil Beaver's well positioned, Dave Tanner with him, he feeds it on to Tanner, centre field. Straightens up Dave Tanner, utility back, played in all the back positions, signed earlier in the season from Fylde Rugby Union. Referee MacDonald ruling that Salford offside at the play of the ball. Saints first penalty coming there in the 4th minute. Loughlin kicks for touch, plan move here from Saints, Groves to restart, into the pack, onto Tony Burke. Salford well up to it. Mick McTeague, one of the tattlers, quickly in there. So Saints first chance to spread it out. Holding, Luke movement with Arkwright. There's the gap. Onto Cooper, onto Elia. Just couldn't gather it. The Salford man was on the ground, and he just welcomes that. Kieran O'Loughlin, veteran campaigner. Well, the touch judge on the far side there, on for an infringement. Looks as though Neil Holding on the ground injured. Looks as though he's been taken in an off the ball incident. The referee's attention. Now the touch judge has the referee's attention, I should say. Saints physio Tim Deakin on to treat Neil Holding. He's had a lot of harsh treatment this season. Holding out for 3 months with an injury, broken jaw and a thumb sustained at Lee in the first round of the Lancashire Cup. But Darren Brewer, I think it is, being spoken to. Yes, for a punch, a referee showing it's a punch. Number 7, Darren Brewer. So Saints receiving another penalty. Loughlin kicks for touch, a super kick from Loughlin, and it's Saints now going to spread it quickly. Groves to restart. Stuart Evans has the foil. Holding, takes it left to Cooper, on to Farber, back to Cooper. Haggerty in space, pushes off one, straightens up, back into Farber. Saints keeping it alive. Still going, Paul Farber, brought down 20 yards short of the Salford line. Beavers linking up, attacking half-back, onto Arkwright. Looking for the gap, Arkwright. Takes him on, drives forward. Gary Disley, one of the tattlers in there for Salford. Neil Holding, onto Stuart Evans. Still going Evans. 3 Salford tattlers on him. Groves now at dummy half, inside to Haggerty. Take him on, Haggerty. Turning round to release, but couldn't do so that time. Salford tattling, holding firm. Groves, loop movement with Cooper. Back inside to Beaver, short ball to Arkwright. Does well, onto Haggerty, back to Evans, still going Evans, to Beavers, looking for support, yes. Burke there, yes, Saints are over for a try. Good passing from Saints, make it count there on the last tackle. Tony Burke in support, and latching onto the end of that pass. Onto Roy Haggerty, spread out, and it came back, quickly scooped up, onto Beavers. Beavers going through, and Tony Burke in support and dives over Burke for the try. Puts Saints in the lead. Burke's 5th try of the season. Scored one last week against Lee after quite a barren spell. So it puts Saints back in the driving seat. 4 points to 2. Dave Tanner, left-footed kicker. He takes them from the right-hand side of the posts. So Tanner lining up there, as I say, left-footed kicker. No problem, bangs it right over. Saints take the lead, 6 points to 2. Tanner's 32nd goal of the season. Barry Ledger, first touch of the ball. Saints trying to scamper through from acting half-back. So Salford quickly up there with the tackling. Paul Groves acting half-back. On to Tony Burke with the ball coming back. Well, I don't know how we can rule that a knock-on. The ball hitting Tony Burke. Looks like he's hit his legs. It came back, facing his own post. But referee Matt Donald, in his wisdom, ruling a scrum down. First scrum with Salford head and ball. Obviously, eager competition in that pack for scrum possession. We're in Saints 25, about 20 yards from the Saints try line. It's Salford head and ball. This lad, Mark Moran, he's the one that's been keeping Paul Groves out of the Salford side. But Salford get the penalty, take it quickly. But Phil Beavers and Paul Farber, as ever, alert up to it. And it's Salford now. On to number 12, Ian Blease, trying to drive forward. Neil Holding quickly in there with Shane Cooper and Mark Elia. Moran attacked in half-back. David Kearns there, and Simon from Barrow in the movement with Steve Herbert. Salford spread it. Kearns again. Overlap for Salford. Yes, they're going in for a try, Salford. In at the corner. Good play from Salford. Quick hands. And Steve Gibson, the full-back, linking up there with his backs. Going in for a try at the far corner. Good play from Salford from over here on the right in the Saints 25. They spread it quickly, created a 3-man overlap. Gibson linking up and tagged onto the end of it and went in at the corner. And that levels the scores up, 6 points each. Just 10 minutes of the game gone, and what a tremendous game we've got here in prospect. So it's Ken Jones from the far side. Just if he kicks this goal, it puts Salford in the lead, a slender 2-point lead if he does. Scores all level at present, 6 points each. Hanging in the breeze. Yeah, super kick there from Jones. So Salford take the lead, 8 points to 6. Obviously Kevin Ashcroft got this Salford side all fired up for today's clash. Saints 4th in the Stonebitter League Championship, while Salford at the wrong end, the 12th, but Cup Rugby, a great leveller. Lachlan kicks off. McTeague stops it with his foot, gathers the ball, drives towards his own 25. Taken down by Arkwright and Stuart Evans. Moran coming away. Quickly in there, Paul Groves and Paul Farber. But Moran taken down. Salford again. Spreading it to the right, change of direction, tries to straighten up and come centre field. But loses his footing, goes down. The ball coming back upfield for the kick. Barry Ledger over there on the right, shouldn't have any problem. Takes it well, Ledger. Phil Beavers on his left. Ledger going centre field on his own. Bluer comes in. Good shoulder charge there on Ledger. Bounces him straight to the ground. Tony Burke first man in. Well, very vigorous tackling. Bluer there getting stuck in. with the number 10, Gary Disley. But Saints driving forward. The ball's wrenched from his grip. Salford in possession, and McTeague trying to go through. Arkwright takes him down with Shane Cooper, but it's Salford now. Disley onto Moran, looking for the gap. Haggerty and Evans, I think it is that time, close him down. Yeah, Stuart Evans. Salford now with the run around. Change of direction. Onto Gibson. Going centre field, Gibson. Arkwright stops him. Evans in assistance. Salford a quick play the ball. Back to Bluer for the drop goal. Centre field looks good. No goal. Always worth a chance. Could be proved vital in the end. Just that 1 point. 1 point that deprived Saints of a Challenge Cup replay at Wembley last season. Always worth a chance if you're in the opposition's 25. So Saints with a 25-yard restart. Groves onto Farber. Obviously going to be a very physical game today. Arkwright now. Just 13 minutes gone and 8 points to 6 in Salford's favour. Haggerty now. Diagonal run. Feeds on to Tony Burke, but he does well to take that ball. Salford tacklers coming up very quickly. Neil Holding flicks it up to Loughlin. Out to Barry Ledger. In space Ledger. Loughlin's with him. Just can't gather it. Salford are going to gather it. All on. Play rule on. Salford spreading it quickly. To the right. Kearns. Little ball there. Quick ball. David Tanner coming up for the loose ball, but number 2 there, Ken Jones, quickly in. Taken down centre field by Haggerty and Elia. Ian Blease at dummy half. Salford looking very lively. Haggerty in there again with Stuart Evans. Moran spreading it right. The ball out to Kearns, and in turn Salford spread it over to the right. Mick Waddle there, siding through, still going Waddle. Beavers brings him down, Cooper in assistance, but Waddle a good run there, but he knocks on as he's brought down. No scrum down being ruled. It's going to be Saints head and ball. It's right on Saints 25, and Salford certainly looking to do more lively. Neil Holding to feed. Not had a clean scrum yet. Well, Salford penalised for loose arm. Just levelling the penalties up. That's 3 penalties each. Mark Moran being penalised for loose arm. Just as I was saying, we hadn't had a clean scrum. So it's Paul Loughlin to kick for touch. Finds touch 10 yards short of the halfway. Stuart Evans, first man in. Drives towards the halfway, brought down just short. Groves at dummy half. Saints taking it to the right. Arkwright, short ball to Tony Burke. But quickly in there, Mick Waddle and Darren Bluer. Quickly in to tackle Tony Burke. Cooper, good ball onto Farber. Salford moving up very quickly, obviously got to close the Saints down. Haggerty, always a try, manages to get the ball out, creates the gap, onto Arkwright now, flicks it up to Cooper. Saints keeping it going, scored 100 and odd points in the last 2 games against Hull and Lee. But Neil Holding, little grubber for touch. On the 6th tackle, I think that was, he finds touch 10 yards inside the Salford half. So it's a scrum down 10 yards in with Darren Bluer to feed. Well, looking for the first clean scrum, as I said before. Bluer there, but Saints win the ball, I think. No, Bluer comes up with it. Onto Kearns, kicks through, and the chase is on. They're going to score a try here, Salford. No try ruled. It did look as though it bounced it, but I mean, you see some funny old decisions. Well, Neil Holding for a quick play of the ball. He manages to get it back. He just made a hash of that. Play it quickly, he knocked on. So Salford very unlucky there. Prop forward there, I think that was Steve Herbert going through for the try. but ruled to have been bounced. Obviously a planned move from Salford, and the Saints penalised for an offence in the scrum. Loose arm in the scrum from Paul Groves. So Salford with the penalty, gained the added yardage, putting the pressure on Saints. Only just over 10 yards short of Saints' line. Bluer still going on to McTeague, brought down about a yard short. Saints under a lot of pressure here. Moran attacked in half-back. Salford with a planned move onto Bluer, across to Waddle. Waddle still going, you've got to get this man down, he's a big lad, he flicks it out to number 10, Disley. Still driving forward, Paul Farber brings him down. Saints got to withstand this Salford pressure. Kearns, lofted pass onto Gibson, linking up in the line. But Saints managing to force Salford back temporarily. Bluer going through from Max in half-back. Well, a try there, no mistake in that one. Mick Waddle, I think it was. Yes, Mick Waddle going over. 18 minutes of the game gone. A planned move there off Salford. Darren Bluer kicking through. It did hit Phil Beavers. It took a deflection. And Mick Waddle following up. Gathered the ball cleanly this time. Going over for a try. Further extending Salford's lead to 12 points to 6. So Ken Jones with another attempt for goal. He kicked a superb conversion to that Gibson try. It's a similar position, in fact it may be a little more infield. 12 points to 6 at present, and Jones stepping up. No goal this time, so just 12 points to 6 in Salford's favour. So Saints to kick off. Paul Loughlin. Saints trailing by 6 points, 12 points to 6 in Salford's favour. Loughlin kicks deep. Salford looking very lively. Saints have to get into them, bring them down. Moran taking it left onto Disley. Moran again, spreading it right. Kearns, short ball onto Kearns. Feeds it on. Shane Cooper, Haggerty and Stuart Evans in there at the tackle. The ball coming back upfield for the kick. Well, watch that ball bounce and watch it go dead. What a real hard pitch there. The ball really bouncing up. So Saints with a 25-yard restart onto Ledger. Groves at dummy half. Tony Burke. Sporting a plaster over his left eye, obviously from that injury sustained in the first minute or so. Stuart Evans driving forward, centre field. Brought down midway between the halfway and Saints 25. Groves keeps it going. Haggerty on the right wing, inside to Ledger. Loughlin with the ball now. Coming centre field, Loughlin keeps it going, onto Arkwright. Overlap for Saints. Farber hurrying through. Inside to Beavers, linking up. Cooper with him. Inside to Stuart Evans. Saints keeping it alive. Well, Salford managed to regroup, bring Evans down there, but Saints with their quick hands. They've got to make the ball do the work, spread it out. But Salford moving up very quickly. Chris Arkwright, Salford moving up very quickly there, just get through half a gap there and he'll open them up no problem. Last tackle now for Saints. Beavers, Grubbers for touch. Salford man keeps it in field. Keith Bentley, ex-Widnes winger, gathers it safely, but Beavers follows it up and brings him down. Onto Disley now for Salford. Groves quickly in there. Oh, beg your pardon, it was Ian Blease that time. Kearns, short ball onto McTeague. 10 yards outside their own 25, Salford. The ball coming back for the kick. Number 11, Mick Waddle. Kicked upfield, Beavers takes it on the full. Going over to the right. Solid tackling. Moran quickly in there. Loop movement with Holding and Haggerty. Haggerty straightens up. Cooper coming in, but Haggerty couldn't release. Well, the Salford man holding Haggerty on the ground. Got penalised for that early on in the game, but nothing from referee MacDonald this time. Quick hands, holding. He's a half break, inside to Arkwright. Taken down by what looked like a trip from David Kearns, ex-Barrow standoff. Groves onto Loughlin. Got down just short of the halfway. 23 minutes of the game gone so far. Lofted pass there. Knock on. Well, it must be a knock on for Salford. The lofted pass there could have proved deadly as Ken Jones was coming in for the interception. But a succession of knock-ons, loose play again. Saints head and ball, a scrum down, 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Neil Holding to feed, ball going with the feed. Saints win the first scrum, on to Phil Beavers linking up. Just loses his footing but gives it Neil Holding. Has to take him on, Holding him for some rough treatment here. On this left wing, Dave Tanner onto Stuart Evans, Matt Tighe quickly in there with number 12 Ian Blease. Groves right to Arkwright, onto Tony Burke, diagonal run, looking for the gap. If he could have just flicked that out to Shane Cooper, the break was on, but it's Roy Haggerty now. Loose ball, Salford on the ball, Haggerty trying to keep it alive, but it went to ground that time. Steve Herbert there, feeding it out. Beavers moving up very quickly. Saints have got to lie up quickly on this Salford outfit. David Kearns, Matt Teague. Ducks under Neil Holding, but he grabs him at the second go. The ball goes back to David Kearns. The referee blows up for a knock-on. Looked as though the ball had gone back, in my opinion, but right on the halfway line. About 20 yards in. Neil Holding to feed. Just one clean scrum each from today's game. Ball going with the feed there, Neil Holding, Shane Cooper, Beavers linking up, quick hands, loose play, loose ball again, and Salford capitalise on it. Well, Saints have to tighten up, lots of loose play here. Mustn't do what Widnes did yesterday and panicked while not under a great deal of pressure, just trailing by 6 points. Just a try and a goal separating the two teams. Neil Holding again, head and ball. Makes the break, Holding. Unlucky, still going. Lost his footing but coming field onto Cooper, Beavers. Still going Beavers, finally brought down by Kieran O'Loughlin and Mick Worrell. Farber, flinging it blindside onto Tony Burke. Pushes one off Burke, still going. Down again Burke, tremendous forward. Signed for Saints in an exchange deal with Gary Murby in 1983. Which took Gary Murby to Leeds, but it's Neil Holding now, still going, onto Cooper. Back to Groves, sees the gap Groves. Straightens up, drives towards the 25. Saints got to get points on the board now. 15 minutes left of this first half. Just trailing by 6 points, Arkwright sees the gap. Comes back, tries to feed inside to Elia, but the ball going down. Matt Tighe drops on the loose ball and Salford back in possession. Brought down halfway, midway between the 25, their own 25 and the halfway line. Gary Daisley, I think Gary knows, number 12, Ian Blease. Ian Blease brought down Mark Moran, had tacked in half-back. David Kearns onto Mick McTeague, Salford moving it to the left. Salford player down here injured, just inside his own half. Loose ball there from Salford. The ball coming cross field, knock on being ruled as Salford come up with the ball. Keith Bentley, but it's going to be a scrum down midway between the Salford 25 and the halfway, but referee MacDonald stops the clock for this injury to this player over here, this Salford player. Well, Saints coming through the Silk Challenge Cup, the first round. They played Lee at Hilton Park, winning 22 points to 12. They played Warrington at Wilderspool, 24 points to 20. They came through that. Salford's passage has been, they played Swinton, local derby here, Swinton. They won at 16 points to 6. In the second round they played Springfield Borough here. Very lucky to win at 12 points to 10, just scraping through in the last few minutes. But we're here in the third round, they're playing the Saints. Saints are doing well in the league. As I said, 11 consecutive matches. Unbeaten. But the Cup's a different thing. But Salford look as though they're going to be forced to make a substitution. It's number 12, Ian Blease, injured. That'd be 15, David Major, stripped off, ready to come on. I don't think the Salford physio, yes. Well, I don't know whether he's leaving him on or what. No, he's taking him off, I think. Looks a bit dazed, Blease. So there's the Salford substitution. Number 15 coming on, David Major, for number 12, Ian Blease. They restart the clock. Salford, Saints head and ball. Paul Loughlin coming blindside. Kearns quickly in there, takes him down. Saints just tightening up on the scrums now. 4-1 they're taking them, but trailing by 6 points, 12 points to 6. Groves onto Arkwright. Solid tackling from Salford, moving up very quickly on the Saints. Stemming their open play, but Groves onto Haggerty. Takes the tackle, brought down 10 yards short of the Salford 25. Loughlin again at dummy half. Saints spreading it left, quickly holding. Onto Stuart Evans, the break's on, looking for the support. Feeds it inside to Cooper. Well, good break from Evans, but lacking in support. Last tackle for Saints. Groves brings it left to Beavers. Onto Neil Holding. Centre field, the break's on for Holding. Chips over, follows his kick up, is it too deep? Well, Holding dove for the ball, but it must have gone dead. Good play there from Holding, but I don't know whether everybody's seen Phil Beavers on his right, as Holding had made the breakthrough. All on, Salford from a 25 restart, Saints capitalise on it, Haggerty. Lofty pass, Ledger tidies up. Saints in possession, just short of Salford 25, Ledger. Straightening up again, brought down just inside. It's up to Saints now. They've got to make it count this time. Onto Cooper. Beavers linking up. Onto Elia. Out to David Tanner. The ball coming back. Salford pick it up. Well, Saints not putting it together at all. Mick Worrell tidying up on that loose ball. Comedy of errors over there on the 25, but it's Salford in possession. Kieran O'Loughlin coming away from the acting half-back position. Bluer at dummy half, onto number 8 there, Steve Herbert. Saints after tattle peg this Salford unit back in their own 25, but it's Mick Worrell there, hefty kick upfield, tremendous bounce, but Ledger well back there, keeps it in field. Good pace man Ledger, been out injured and loss of form, but he's come back in good style. Scored 3 tries against Hull, managed one against Lee, I think it was yesterday, the opening try against Lee last week at Hilton Park. Stuart Evans looking to release, but Salford moving up very quickly. Number 11 Mick Worrell moving across. Loop movement with Groves and Cooper. Haggerty, Beavers, quick hands from Saints, onto Loughlin. Comes in field, Loughlin stretching his leg for the support. Haggerty's there with him. Ledger on the left. Good break there from Loughlin. Fed it on to Haggerty. Ledger with him, but Haggerty couldn't release. Saints putting it together now. Cooper onto Farber. Just losing a bit of impetus there, Farber having to jump up for that ball. Well, the man's tattle, the referee's just stood there looking. I could use a few other expletives about that, but it's the last tattle for Saints. Beavers, Grubbers for touch. Bentley well positioned there. Ledger brings him down, super tackle from Ledger, just 5 or 6 yards outside his own 25. 9 minutes of this first half remaining, Salford still with a 12 points to 6 lead. All the scoring done in the first 18 minutes. Moran at dummy half onto Kearns. Major there. In the action, just coming on as a substitute for number 12, Ian Blease. Moran coming away from dummy half. Farber and Burke solidly bring him down. Kieran O'Loughlin at dummy half. On to Mick Worrell. Crossfield kick. Ledger gathers it safely. Beats two. Ledger just grabbed by his shirt. Brought down on the halfway line. Unlucky there, Barry Ledger. If he can just get in the loose Ledger, there's some pace on him. Haggerty going from dummy half on his own. Streaking through Haggerty. Still going. Looking for the support. Evans is with him. Evans gathers the ball. Approaching the Salford 25. Well, with all as much enthusiasm as Roy Haggerty. Neil Holding gathers that ball. Farber keeps it going. Sits. Charged down by Salford. Number 2 there. Jones coming in field. He did well there. Charged the ball down. Saints are moving it over now. 2-man overlap here on the left. But he did well. He stopped the flow of play. Possibly saved Salford's bacon there on that time. Saints cleaning up on the scrums at present, 4-1, but they're not reflecting in the scoreline. One against the head there. Salford take the ball. Kearns going crossfield. Darren Blewer at acting halfback. Going on his own, but Cooper, well marshalled there by Cooper. Didn't get anywhere. Blewer there tried to dummy round Kearns, but no way through for him. Loose play from Salford, look a bit punched here, but Saints should get in there, capitalise on this. Look very punched in the middle there, Salford. They just look as though they're lacking in a bit of idea. On to Mick Worrell, looking to release that short ball. He does so, but Saints tackles quickly in there. Neil Holding and Paul Loughlin. McTeague from acting halfback. Last tackle for Salford. Walker to Blewer. Chip kick through. Takes it well, Blewer, but well, I thought he took it well. Looked as though he got it, but Philby was pulling off a tremendous tackle there. The ball going forward. So scrum down being ruled 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Salford feed. Moran just getting his head in. Salford come up with the ball. Take it quickly to the left. Gibson linking up, beats 2. Beavers brings him down, follows his man. Well, cabbaging in 10 yards there, Gibson. As the referee had his back turned, but Mick McTeague now. Arkwright bounces into the ground. Blewer, Worrell loses it. Saints scoop it up. Groves over to the right. Farber changes direction, coming crossfield, keeps it going forward. On to Cooper. Bray compensates inside to Neil Holding. Sees the gap. Well, rather high tackle there from David Major as Neil Holding was going through. Brought down right on the halfway. Salford over there on the right, lying up in an offside position. Beavers outside to Haggerty. Haggerty on the right, still going Roy Haggerty. Take him on, feet inside to Loughlin. Saints still in possession, just on the Salford 25 now. Got to spread it quickly over to the left. Tony Burke. Diagonal run. Well, the referee MacDonald pointing, urging the Salford players to get onside, but it's Cooper. Short ball to Farber. Tries to give the dummy out, but the ball comes loose. Cooper comes up with it, all on. Brilliant play there from Cooper, always up there in the loose. Quick ball on to Cooper again. Brought down, 10 yards short. Last tackle now for Saints. Groves, well, little chip kick through from Groves. He was brought down in the tackle fairly, I would say, this time. Saints tried to follow it up, but the ball going dead, so Salford with a 25-yard tap restart. But both hookers being brought out here by referee MacDonald. I don't know what he's having a word with them for. Obviously something that's happened out of the field of play, but Blewer takes the tap penalty, kicks it upfield with the aid of the breeze. Beavers gathers it, Ledger on his outside. Beavers elects to run on his own. Well, McTighe coming in there very high. Well, referee MacDonald pointing to his chest. All I can say is he's got a very high chest. But Burke now in possession, breaks the tackle, onto Groves in support. Groves still going, Ledger with him, but the ball comes loose. Ledger gathers it. Unlucky there, Groves saw the gap. a hallmark of his play, Grove, since being signed from this Salford club here. This Mark Moran keeping him out of the regular hooking spot, but he certainly worked wonders for Saints. He tried to look round for support. Ledger was with him, but he just couldn't release it properly to Ledger, but Ledger tidied up. The knock-on being ruled, and it's Salford feed. Salford level on the scrums now, 4 each. The score still at 12 points to 6 in Salford's favour. And about 4 minutes of this first half remaining. Moran at dummy half. Well, O'Loughlin coming through. And Paul Loughlin bounces him to the ground. Salford on to Blue, spreading it to the right, Kearns onto Mick Worrell. Been around a bit, this Mick Worrell. Used to play for the Oldham outfit, but Blue now. Haggerty charging it down. Picks the ball up, unlucky there, Roy Haggerty, always doing about. He's been lurking over there on the right, he's over here on the left this time. Tremendous work rate from Saints. Roy Haggerty, the second row international packman. Saints. Well, it was Salford feed, but Neil Holding fed it, and the ball now back to Darren Bluer. Salford come up with the ball, Gibson linking up. Elia and Vivers take him down. Kieran O'Loughlin takes it left, Mick McTeague straightens up centre field, Stuart Evans and Tony Burke bounce him to the ground. Obviously Saints don't want Salford to have a score just before half time, but they're in possession, they're approaching the Saints 25. David Kearns at dummy half. Luke movement with Bluer. Well, Bluer looks as though he was knocked on, but it kicked through. Beavers gathers the ball. Cooper in possession now. Saints ball. Salford lying up very quickly. Chris Arkwright looking for the gap for support. Groves is with him, but solid tackling. Mark Moran and Mick Worrell, I think it is, won't allow Arkwright to pass the ball. Haggerty lofted past her to Loughlin, takes it well, stretching his legs. Stuart Evans with him, it's centre field, still going Evans. Looking for support, back to Loughlin again. Saints keeping it moving. Loughlin brought down, Mick McTeague comes in. Brilliant ball there over to the right, and Loughlin took it well. Neil Holding, chip kick through, the chase is on. Holding's chasing it. Does well there, the full-back Steve Gibson goes back for the ball. Salford are in possession, it's up to Saints to peg him back. Well, he's gone down in the tackle, Gibson. Obviously relieving the pressure for the Salford outfit. 40 minutes gone on the clock, we're playing in injury time now. Just a time added on for a few injuries in this first half. So it's Steve Gibson receiving the treatment. Well, in the league fixture here at the Willows earlier in the season, the 25th of October, Saints made very hard work of it. We was trailing 6 points to 2 at half time, then after 31 minutes in the second half, Salford took the lead. It must have inspired Saints, and we came back with 2 tries and 2 goals in the 38th and 40th minute to win an 18-8. But I think Saints have possession there. Salford driving forward, and Saints pinching the ball. Well, no, Salford in possession. Well, I can't make head nor tails of that. Matt Donald was on the Salford side. I thought it was Saints' ball. Then they play the ball, Salford, and referee Matt Donald, in his wisdom again, penalises the Saints for offside. So in the dying minutes of this first half, Salford in the lead, 12 points to 6. Good relieving kick there from Salford. Fine touch, 5 yards short of the halfway. Moran going on his own. Farber and Arkwright bounce him to the ground. Solid tackling there from the 2 of the Saints back row. Bluer feeding onto Worrell, looking for the gap. Burke and Farber in again. Kearns now stepping up at the acting half-back. Spreading it to the right onto Major. Obstruction there. Forward pass being ruled, but hint of obstruction there onto Wall. Scrum down just inside the Saints half. Last chance for Saints to get points on the board, provided they win the heel. Neil holding to feed. No, referee MacDonald not happy with the scrum, penalising Salford. Saints get the penalty. Loughlin stepping up for the added yardage, but it's all on the half-time hooter. Finds touch 10 yards inside the Salford half. Groves to restart. On to Neil Holding, taking it right. Farmer back to Cooper. On to Haggerty into space. Looking for support. Back to Mark Elia. Mark Elia now there. Well, there's the half-time hooter right to the left of me. Salford going in at half-time, leading by 12 points to 6. They up the scoring in the 3rd minute with the Jones penalty goal. Then Tony Burke going over for a try in the 6th minute, converted by Tanner. Saints 6 points to 2 in the lead. Then Salford hitting back with the 2 tries, one from Gibson converted by Jones and one from Waddle in the 18th minute. No further scoring in the first half, so half time here at the Willows. Salford 12, Saints 6. Salford first out on the pitch. Just that one substitution for Salford in the first half, with David Major coming on for Liam Blease. No substitutions in the first half for the Saints, none at half-time as I can see, and no further substitutions for Salford. Salford leading 12 points to 6. Obviously a few choice words from both dressing rooms, both controversial characters. Saints coach Alex Murphy and Salford with Kevin Ashcroft. Saints have to put it together this half, get an early score, get early points on the board. Where usually, well, the last few games we've been certainly ripping them off. The scores, hefty scores, 100 odd points in the last couple of games. But in matches before that we've been used to going in trailing at half time. That's what we are now, 12 points to 6. Mark Elia taking the ball. Dave Tanner on his outside. Mark Elia bundled down just short of the Saints 25. Saints drop the ball. And a penalty to Salford, the first penalty of the second half. Jones kicks the touch for the added yardage, so Saints under pressure. 5 yards from their own line. David Major, first man in. Well, cries from behind us and the Salford directors to get the Saints onside, and certainly Salford haven't been onside all the first half, but nothing we can do about that. It's the man in the middle's job, and that's it. Salford spreading it quickly to the left. Bluer, outrageous dummy onto Waddle. Saints don't take it, super tattling. Cooper and Holding in there, but moving it to the left. Disley still going. Cooper in again. Beavers with him. Salford certainly putting the pressure on. Bluer with a little kick through, charged down by Stuart Evans. Evans takes his man. Well, with it, that's sometimes they give it, sometimes they don't. The kick directed at the man, hit his legs and bounced forward. Nothing much you could do about it. I thought it was if it was over knee height, but Salford with another 6 tackles to try and make it count. Moran trying to scamper through. Bluer going for the drop goal, takes it to the right, well, right in front of the sticks, and looking for the 1 point and misses it. So it's Saints to restart with a 25-yard tap. Holding onto Tony Burke. Well, Burke looking round to release, but nobody coming up. Stuart Evans now in the drive. Salford lying up very quickly. Saints certainly not putting it together at all. Chris Arkwright taken down by Steve Herbert. The ball coming back to Paul Loughlin. Got the kick upfield. Diagonal kick from Loughlin. But well taken there, Ken Jones. With Steve Gibson on his outside. Solid tackle there, brings him down. Mark Elia and Dave Tanner brings Jones down on his own 25, but the ball now with David Major. Farber back in with Tony Burke. Saints moving up very quickly there to counteract the Salford attack. On to Gary Disley, trying to go through. Blue are coming on his right, but no way through. Moran attacked in half-back. Sharp ball there. Salford looking to release. It's the last tackle. Steve Herbert coming through, looking to release the ball, but super tackle from Shane Cooper. Worrell now. Lofted kick. Well, must have bounced right on the line. That's the sun in Dave Tanner's eyes over on the Saints left wing. Very difficult high kick on the last tackle for Salford by Mick Worrell. The wind taking it crossfield, but he finds touch midway between Saints 25 and the halfway. The scrum down with Neil holding to feed. Saints come up with the ball. Good scrum of the second half. Quick hands. Well, head high tackle there. One of many, but referee Matt Donald on the job this time. Kieran O'Loughlin, veteran campaigner, well. Referee Matt Donald urging him with the kick there. That was on David Tanner as he came through, but look at that for a towering kick from Paul Loughlin. Saints with the aid of the breeze this second half. Tony Burke. 10 yards short of the Salford 25. Groves onto Evans. Does well, Evans. Juggling with that ball a little, but takes it well. Couple of forward drives, Saints looking to spread the ball out now. Farber sees the gap, straightens up, drives forward. Arkwright, Haggerty. Knock on from number 3, Greg Austin, but Vivas tidies up. Mark Elia going from acting half-back. Looking to get in the game, not been much in the game in this first half. Loughlin at dummy half, Saints taking it to the left. Neil Holding. Short ball onto Haggerty, does well, Haggerty there. Ball comes loose. Knock on being ruled from Roy Haggerty. Looks like he's tweeting a knock in that tackle. Salford very quickly in with a tackle. Obviously got to get in and close the Saints down. Renowned for the quick play. Well, this is the 5th time Saints have played Salford in the Challenge Cup since 1950. Saints just losing on one occasion after a replay in 1967 when they drew 5 each. At Nosey Road, they came at Nosey Road, yes, they came home and they won by 8 points to 3, but it's Salford now in possession. David Kearns does a pirouette, feeds it on to Mick McTeague. Solid tackling from Saints, bangs him down. Quick play from Saints there at the dummy half. The hooker there tried to scamper through, but no way through for him. David Major just been brought down, plays it to himself. Groves brings him down, he loses the ball in the tackle. Arkwright flicks it up to Evans. Tries forward Evans, well number 10 Gary Disley going in with everything flying. On to Evans, but Saints in possession. Holding the ball onto Cooper, well an awkward ball. Obviously a bit of breeze and crisp short pass is needed. Holding coming away. Chips through. Will it run to touch? Yes, just. Well, Gibson very lackadaisical there. Looks as though he could have got that ball as Holding a grubber kick through. But it goes into touch. 5 yards inside the Salford 25. It's going to be a Salford feed. Darren Brewer's a feed. This is when McAdoo won against the head from Young Grovesy. One scrum each this second half. Blue as a feed. Salford not packing correctly. Well, finally allowed to pack. But Blue won't put the ball in the scrum. It's just moving away, and the Salford hooker on the deck. Both hookers being spoken to earlier on in the match, in the first half. Referee MacDonald bringing him back, obviously, to what he considers the right blade of grass. The scrum goes down. Salford come up with the ball. Saints have to contain them in their own 25, but it's Gibson from the acting half-back. Farber and Cooper finally stop his gallop, but it's Kearns from dummy half. On to Gary Disley. Salford taking it to the right, just gaining yardage. Kearns again. On to Moran, feeds it inside. David Major coming crossfield, on to McTeague. And Salford with most of the possession in this second half. So far, 9 minutes gone. No further score. Still 12 points to 6 in Salford's favour. It's the last tackle of this set of 6 for Salford. David Kearns at dummy half, back to David Major. On to the full-back, Steve Gibson. Kicks it upfield. Just goes into touch. A super kick there from Gibson. Certainly Salford very much in disarray, but the ball coming back to Gibson. Major had all of it first. Looks as though he was going to kick, but he fed it back to Gibson. It just outpaced Dave Tanner over there on the left wing. Saints making a substitution now. Stuart Evans coming off and John Fieldhouse coming on. John Fieldhouse, Saints 2-try scorer, hero in the second round defeat of Warrington at Wilderspool. Well, Salford making a substitution now. Number 14 coming on. Peter Glynn replacing David Major. So obviously David Major picked up a knock, having to go off. Lofted kick there from Saints receiving the penalty, and Saints in possession. Groves at dummy half, on to John Fieldhouse. Tremendous second row prop forward this Fieldhouse. Won the man of the series for Great Britain when they played the touring New Zealanders. Tremendous forward. Had a lot of nasty, niggly injuries. But Saints trying to put it together now. Neil Holding trying to go through. Haggerty creating the break. Arkwright on to Fieldhouse again. Bring it to the right, inside to Shane Cooper. Passes round the man. Arkwright, brilliant pass there from Cooper. On to Arkwright, still going Arkwright. Striding forward. Well, Saints in the Salford 25. Crowd getting behind the Saints now. A score wanted by the Saints. On to Farber. Well, I said on to Farber, but intercepted there by David Kearns. Change of direction by Neil Holding. Is it David Kearns? No, I beg your pardon. It's number 8, Steve Herbert. But Salford still with the ball. Mark Moran down on the ground. Well, the referee stopped the ball, stopped the game under the... if he doesn't consider the injury, he must consider the injury severe. Otherwise he can just... another man can take the ball and restart play. Surely that's the ruling, the man receiving treatment. And Darren Brewer waiting to receive the ball. It's Mark Moran now. Well, he's had the magic sponge. He's fit to restart. Darren Blue attacked in half-back. Salford take it to the right. Gary Disley in possession. Brought down 10 yards short of the halfway. Blue again. Over to Steve Herbert, coming more into the game. 12 minutes of the second half gone. No further score. Salford still leading 12 points to 6. Kearns onto Worrell. Cooper picks up the loose ball, but unfortunately knocks on. Neil Holding coming through there, pressurising for the Salford outfit. It's a scrum down midway between the Salford 25, the halfway line. It's Blue to feed. Ball coming Salford side. Cooper tidies up there on his counterpart David Kearns. Mick McTeague, loose ball, Tony Burke right in front of us, scoops that ball up. Brilliant play from Burke. So Saints now putting it together. Phil Beaver's linking up. Onto Neil Holding, looking for the gap, the support's there, onto Haggerty. The break's on, diagonal run from Haggerty. Looking inside for support, Cooper was with him, but well, possibly Saints' first chance to get points on the board this second half. Groves, Arkwright, keeps it going, onto Beavers. Brought down 10 yards short, less than 10 yards short from the Salford line. Pressure on Salford now. Holding, taking it left, Cooper, short ball to Fieldhouse. Super tackle there from Salford, keeps Fieldhouse out. Well, a penalty there. Fieldhouse impeded after the tackle had been completed. So Saints with a penalty. Perhaps he's going to have a go for goal, I don't know. No, go for the added yardage. Haggerty kicks for touch. Saints obviously think they've got Salford under a lot of pressure. Groves onto Burke, pushes one off, drives towards the Salford line, brought down less than 10 yards short of the Salford line. Groves, Holding, loop movement with Arkwright. Well, Blue attacks him with an elbow there. A terrible tackle that from Blue. Must be sending off offence. 10 minutes in the sin bin. Yes, and rightly so. Well, temper's getting a little frayed. Well, Blue, 10 minutes in the sin bin for that, what I could only say is a forearm smash on Neil Holding. Very plain that as it come through. Obviously the video evidence will show that up as the Saints were moving the ball to the right. Referee MacDonald is out there, he's holding the yellow card up. Neil Holding receiving treatment. Off the ball tackle from Blue. Saints have been awarded the penalty. They've just been awarded a penalty over there, so Saints gaining 2 penalties in rapid succession. Well, as I was saying before, Neil Holding the brunt of some vicious tackling this season. Had his jaw broken in the Lancashire Cup first round tie at Lee, and his thumb. Got some treatment dished out to him at Hilton Park last week, and here again taken off the ball by Darren Blue. Well, he's up on his feet now, Holding, but it looks as though he's going off. I don't think the little man wants to go off, but Saints physio Tim Deakin out there now, and Bernard Dwyer being waved back into the dugout. Obviously Neil Holding okay. Time restarted, and Paul Loughlin centre field. No problem for Loughlin, so that reduces the deficit. So 17 minutes in the second half. Saints 8, Salford 12. Salford down now to 12 men. Blue receiving 10 minutes sin bin. Salford kick-off from that Loughlin penalty goal conversion. Loughlin 73rd of the season, reducing the deficit to 12 points to 8. Chris Arkwright forced back, solid tackling from this Salford outfit. They've certainly played out of the skins today, Salford, after two shaky rounds, the first and second round, two shaky ties. Haggerty keeps the ball alive, onto Burke. Saints still pegged in their own 25. John Fieldhouse steaming through, coming onto that ball from deep. Holding, back to Loughlin. Charge down, so all on again. Farber. Yes. Well, I don't know whether he's waving him on or what the hell he's doing there, but it's Saints in possession. Arkwright looking for the gap. Driving towards the 25. Groves trying to get the forwards going. Feeds it inside to Arkwright again. Feeds on to Loughlin. Ledger on his outside. Just couldn't see Ledger on his inside. I knew it was Ledger anyway, but Ledger at dummy half. Onto Neil Holding, sees the gap, feeds inside. Loose ball. Groves goes down off Groves. Farber picks up the loose ball. Knock on being ruled. So scrum down 10 yards inside the Saints half. Kearns moving up to scrum half with Darren Blewett off the field at present. Salford win the ball. Cleaning up on the scrums 4-1. In this second half, Kieran O'Loughlin feeds it out. Well taken there. Ken Jones in for his second. Good play from Salford there from the scrum. Spread it over to the right. Quick hand on to Loughlin, veteran campaigner. Flicked it out to Ken Jones. He goes over for his second of the afternoon. Extends Salford's lead to 16 points to 8. Difficult kick over there on the right hand side, but Saints going further behind and halfway through this second half, so Saints with it all to do. Well, Saints in the first three rounds of the Cup, they played Lee away, Warrington away, now Salford away. All three clubs formerly coached by Alex Murphy. Jones lining up. No. Takes it to the right short, but 8-point cushion for Salford, 16 points to 8. Difficult for Saints to get back into this game now, only 20 minutes remaining, and certainly this could be one of the shocks in the third round. Saints kick off, Mick McTeague picks the ball up. Well, still hold of the ball, McTeague pushes off Fieldhouse, but Burke brings him down finally. For Salford, they have looked the more lively team all through the game. They've got the points on the board. They've 4 tries. They've 3 tries, I beg your pardon. 3 tries to Saints 1. Yes, I beg your pardon about that Jones try. That's only his first try. It was a penalty goal in the 3rd minute. I was just getting a little confused there. But it's Salford still in possession, spreading it quickly. Out to Mick Waddle, going in field Waddle. Greg Austin feeding onto him, but Mick Waddle now in possession. Ian Blease, it was Ian Blease that came back on before for David Major, not Peter Glynn. Salford with an overlap on the right side. It's Jones again. He's kicked upfield. It bounces directly into touch. Unlucky that time, Jones. Saints were moved up in the line, and Jones tried the kick and run. Must have been on the 6th tackle there. So it's the changeover. Saints restart, and the ball now with Tony Burke. Well, Salford down to 11 men now. Greg Austin receiving treatment on this near side touchline. Chris Arkwright bouncing through, trying to release. Holding was with him, but good tackling from Salford there. Kearns and Moran Groves coming from dummy half, onto Arkwright. Linked into Beavers. Beavers still going. Unlucky, quick play the ball wanted. Haggerty obliges, onto Neil Holding. Onto Cooper, lofted pass to Loughlin. Comes in field, Loughlin, no other way for him. He's still going, beats 3. Charge down there. And taken down, fallen on by Steve Herbert. He did well. He get another charge down on the ball. Saved Salford's bacon again. But it's Salford in the driving seat. 16 points to 8 in the lead. St Edmund ball just outside the Salford 25. Salford taking the scrums to 4-1 this second half. Salford turning the pack, turning the scrum. Neil Holding feeds, goes with the feed. Arkwright finally bounced to the ground. Tremendous forward Arkwright, back after a lengthy injury spell. Haggerty now. He's been a constant thorn in the Salford defence. Forward tidies up, loses the ball. Salford drop on it. Number 10 Gary Disley. 16 minutes remaining of the second half and time running out for Saints. 16 points to 8. They're trailing. They've got it all to do. Loose ball, Saints scoop up. Barry Ledger gathers it, comes in field, still going Ledger. Knock on being ruled by referee MacDonald. The ball going loose and Ledger coming up with it. Surely play should have gone on, but referee MacDonald ruling a knock on. Neil Holding getting the explanation of referee MacDonald's decision there. So it's St Edmund ball. They've got to hook this ball, spread it over to the left. Into space. Neil Holding feeds it onto Cooper. Elia looks as though he's got a run in. Oh, good tackling there. Good tackling from Salford. Full back it was. Gibson. Saints now. Loughlin going in. Yes. Going into the corner, Paul Loughlin. Well, as I was just saying over here, Saints have to hook that ball quickly. They hooked the ball. Took it over to the left into space. Paul Loughlin finally going in for a try. It's the 6th try of the season, and Paul Loughlin certainly putting it together in cup football, in the players and in the run-in to the Challenge Cup. But he goes in at the corner. It's 16 points to 12 in Salford's favour. A difficult touchline conversion for Paul Loughlin. Well within his capabilities, already kicked 73 so far this season, but just short there. Fall short, right on target, but falling short of the crossbar. So just a 4-point deficit now, 16 points to 12, 14 minutes remaining. Saints hitting back there, and they'll have to hit back again and again. It's Salford to kick off. Bluer coming back on after his 10 minutes in the sin bin. Bentley, I think that was kicked off. Try scorer Loughlin gathers. Brought down just inside the 25. Salford certainly played out of the skin today. Neil Holding, Barry Ledger, I beg your pardon, from dummy half. Trying to get through, just taken down by his ankles. Well, Salford penalised at the play of the ball, and rightly so, impeding Barry Ledger in his efforts to play the ball. So relief for Saints. They're able to gain further yardage. Loughlin steps up. Well, just missed us that time, Paul. Unlucky. Finds touch. 10 yards. Oh no, beg your pardon. Right on the halfway line. Tony Burke to restart. Tony Burke, first man in off Paul Groves. Groves again, going from the acting half-back position, from the dummy half. Quick play of the ball. Tony wanted, Salford lying on. And Tony Burke now at dummy half. John Fieldhouse feeds it inside to Paul Forber. Matt Tide quickly in there with Moran the hooker. Bounce him to the ground. Neil holding. Roy Haggerty off one foot. Still going Haggerty. Constant thorn in Salford's side this afternoon. The Saints have got to hit back now. They've got to get down at that end. Neil holding. Looking for the way through. Feeds inside to Shane Cooper. In space. Cooper still gliding through. Knocked down by the Salford man, and he follows it on. They've been very fortunate, Salford. They've knocked these balls down from the Saints. They've been lucky to regather them, which constitutes the scrum down. Moran, I think it was that time. It's Saints head and ball. Need another good deal from Paul Groves here, just outside the Salford 25. Salford just tidying up on the scrums at 4-3 this half. And Neil Holding penalised for feeding at the scrum. A penalty which we can ill afford. Time running out, just 12 minutes remaining. 4 points separating the teams. Salford in the lead at 16 points to 12. Well, it's finds touch 15 yards short of the halfway. It's Moran to restart. Plays it to himself and drives forward. Fieldhouse and Burke quickly in there. Kearns at dummy half. Taking it to the right onto Gary Disley. Builds up ahead of steam, drives forward. Farber and Arkwright in this time. They're the tacklers. Certainly had to do some tackling today, Saints. I think Salford must have had the lion's share of the ball in this game. Blees now, Bluer in possession, trying to give a dummy, goes through, but runs right into Roy Haggerty. And Salford now onto Kearns, Grubbers for touch, successfully. Finds touch midway between the Saints 25, the Salford, the halfway line. It's Saints head and ball. Saints are pegged in their own half. Scrums have been very shabby today, but Salford finding great difficulty in packing. Ball comes out Saints side that time. A quick break on Mark Elia, unlucky that time. Kieran O'Loughlin coming cross field. Well, Saints win the ball. Tackles are waved off. O'Loughlin there trying to hoop round Elia. Nearly was successful, but the ball now with Haggerty. Pens one off. Passes round the man to Tanner, comes in field, still going Tanner. Still going Tanner. Tremendous run from this ex-File Rugby Union utility back. Well, Salford line on in the tackle. Referee MacDonald right on the job, but Saints in possession. Out to Chris Arkwright, onto Shane Cooper. Still Stirrup Cooper. Feeds to Arkwright, centre field. Tremendous run from Arkwright there after the initial break from Cooper. It looked dead, centre field, but Arkwright there, tremendous 30-yard run. Groves, Cooper, taking it left, Saints, holding. Haggerty, onto Tanner, going into the corner. No, brought down short and forced into touch. For a forward pass being ruled, obviously the pass from Roy Haggerty to Dave Tanner being ruled forward. Scrum down in the Salford 25. 9 minutes remaining. 4 points separating the teams. Salford in the lead, 16-12. Saints with it all to do. Bluer to feed. Could do one against the head here. Could young Paul Groves. Doesn't get it. Well, really played out of the skins. Kevin Ashcroft will be really pleased with the performance today. The game's not over yet. Salford in possession. Matt Tye coming away from acting half-back. Groves and Farber bring him down. Blees from dummy half, trying to scamper through, taking it over there to the right. Kick across field, just beating Dave Tanner there, an awkward bouncing ball. The Saints bringing on a substitution now. Bernard Dwyer coming on, number 14, to replace Paul Farber. Second row forward. Had a good game forward. Bringing Bernard Dwyer on for the last 8 minutes. It's Neil Holden to feed. Saints come away with the ball. Quick hands from Saints. On to Dwyer now. First touch. Still going Dwyer. Releases it. Salford drop on it. Saints with support coming up, but Dwyer just couldn't release it cleanly. And Greg Austin scoops, falls on that loose ball. Holding and Dwyer now. On to McTeague. 7 minutes remaining. Salford with a 4-point lead. On to Steve Herbert. Coming blindside. Moran. On to Ian Blease. Straightening up. Holding and Dwyer in there. But Salford gaining ground. Driving forward. Into the Saints half now. Kearns. On to McTeague. Feeds it back to Kearns. Salford keeping it alive. Got to close them down. It's the last tackle now of this set of 6 for Salford. Imagine it'll go back and the kick upfield. Up to Worrell. Hefty kick from Worrell. Bounces. Ledger's there. Gets it on the second bounce. Has to take the tackle, Ledger. Salford quickly up there. Levers attacked in half-back. On to Bernard Dwyer now. Utility forward Dwyer on the transfer list, £30,000 at his own request. Shane Cooper, loose ball for him. Salford him, get the possession. They're in the Saints 25, it's Mick Worrell driving through. If Salford manage to score here, well, it's taters, it's all over. Worrell plays the ball to Blease, on to Gary Disley. Straightens up, drives forward. Moran, acting half-back, going on his own, trying to scamper through. Bernard Dwyer, quickly in, brings him down. Blue are there, going to receive the ball. Lofted pass, Mick Worrell, taking it cross field. Still going through, Worrell feeds it out. Well brought down there, it's O'Loughlin again. Over there on the far side, but Saints under a lot of pressure. Salford trying to kick through, loose ball. Neil Holden tidies up from behind his own line, just scampers over the line. Saints at the wrong end of the field, 5 minutes to go. It's going to be a length of the field job if they're going to come through this third round Challenge Cup tie. (16-12) Salford lead. Phil Beavers does well. Up to Loughlin, can he stretch his legs? Solid tackling there. Greg Austin brings him down. Good solid tackling from Austin there. Haggerty flings it out to Tony Burke. Well, Tony Burke lofts the ball out. A bad ball from Burke. Right on his own line, and Mick Worrell says, thank you very much. Touches down for the try, just to the right of the sticks. Well, that's it now. Saints definitely out of the Challenge Cup. No way they can come back from this. It's going to be another 6 points. 20 points to 12 at present, with the conversion to come. They played out of the skins. They really pulled it off. They're going to be in the draw for the semi-final. And Doncaster were beating Hull at the Boulevard at half-time, so if you get Salford and Doncaster drawn together in the semi-final, well, you're going to have one of them at Wembley. I think last time Salford went to Wembley was 1969 when Castleford played them. Jones lining up, no problem for him. Bashes it over. 22-12. 4 minutes to go. Salford with the tails up now. 10-point cushion. Uncharacteristic mistake there from Tony Burke, right on his line. Should have kept it close to his chest. Salford, a great side in the late 60s, early 70s, but never had a lot of success. With the ball now with Gibson. Fieldhouse brings him down. A lot of despondent St Helens fans today. Salford with the tails up. 2 minutes left of this game. And I would imagine the result beyond doubt. Obviously, you can take nothing for granted in this cup competition. Saints 4th in the Stonebitter Championship in the league table. Salford 12th. 12th out of 14. But they played out of the skins today, right from the kick-off. Fell offside there. Must be offside. Number 2 running forward, Durken Jones from the kick. And Saints elect to run the ball. Levers inside to Shane Cooper. And they certainly played well, Salford. They've moved up well. They have been lying offside most of the match, but that's up to the referee to peg them back. If he won't stop them, well, they're going to do it again. It's paid off for them. The 22 points to 12 in the lead. Salford man kicked at the ball there. Phil Beavers gathers the ball. Knock on being ruled. Very hasty pass there. Saints losing some of the composure. Just one try, 6-minute try from Tony Burke. 1 goal from Tanner and 1 goal from Loughlin. And the Loughlin try, a Saints 12 points. Was a scrum down just inside the Saints half. Blue are penalised for feeding. Saints get the penalty. And they've got to run it. Haggerty now. Short ball to Fieldhouse into space. Mark Elia with him. Going for the corner, Elia. Good tackling, solid tackling. On 2 or 3 occasions, Elia looks as though he was going in, but Salford tackling's really held firm. Holding, going for the line, centre field. Beavers now in possession. Ball now with Dwyer, keeping it going. Runs through Fieldhouse's hands, but he comes back, gathers it. No, another Saints man gathers that ball. Over there on the far left. Time running out all on the 40th minute now. Chris Arkwright. Backside comes up with the ball and penalised for taking the ball from Chris Arkwright when the tackle had been completed in referee MacDonald's opinion. So it's Groves to restart. Heading for the line, but in the last seconds of this Silk Cut Challenge Cup 3rd round tie, Groves going on his zone from Mackinham, less than 10 yards short, and what a time to give you a penalty. But Saints quickly take it, moving to the left. Haggerty again. The ball comes back to Ledger. It goes back, so says referee MacDonald. On to Beavers, on to Chris Arkwright. Inside to Dwyer, going under the sticks. Well, Dwyer there in the 40th minute, right under the sticks, but it's too late. Dwyer going over for his 2nd try of the season. Loughlin kicks the goal. 22 points to 18. 4 points separating the teams. Saints going to have to get a breakaway try here. Right from the kick-off. I would imagine Salford's going to vary the kick-off now. Not going to give anything to Saints. It's going to be on the ground stuff. Possibly just about 2 minutes, I believe, from our timekeeper here with the injury time. And Waddle, a deep kick. Taken by Beavers. They're going to have to come the full length. On to Elia. Elia in space. Salford tackling holds firm again. Lying on. Loose ball. Well, lost ball. Scrum down just inside the Saints half. Possibly the last scrum of the match. 22 points to 18, Salford in the lead. It's Blue to feed. Salford win the ball. Cooper in at the tackle. Full back Gibson at tummy half. Breaks the first tackle, drives through, but Elia, I think it is, yes, Elia and Beavers. Mark Moran making headway towards the Saints 25. So Blue are attacked in half back. Back to Kearns, cross to McTide. Straightens up centre field, but Burke brings him down. Bluer feeds it left. Gary Disley brought down on the Saints 25. Last tackle now. The Salford going to have a go for goal. A drop goal, possibly on the sixth tackle. Back to Bluer. Grubbers for touch. Finds touch successfully in the Saints 25. Well, we played 3 minutes of injury time. Coming up to the final hooter now. This is certainly be the last scrum of the match. Neil Holding feeds the scrum. Comes out Saints side, onto Chris Arkwright. There's the final hooter. Salford go through to the semi-final. Well worthy of the place in the semi-final. 22 points to 18. They opened the scoring in the 3rd minute with a Jones penalty goal. Saints it back with a Burke try and Tanner goal. 6 points to 2 for Saints. Then it was all Salford. A Gibson try and a Waddle try. A Jones conversion. 12-6 at half time. Then Saints came out the second half. 17 minutes before any scoring on the board. Laughlin got a penalty. 12 points to 8. Then Jones went over for a try in the 19th minute. Then a Laughlin try in the 25th minute. 16-12. Then Tony Burke, uncharacteristic of him, right in front of the sticks. Lofted pass and Waddle tagged onto the end of it. 22-12. But Saints hit him back in the 40th minute with a Dwyer try and Laughlin goal. It was 22 points to 18. Salford going to the semi-final, and it's a case of what it would have been only for that straight pass of Tony Burke. Anyway, thanks for joining us again. Saints out of the 3rd round of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup. So Salford march through to the semi-final. Thanks once again for joining us. On behalf of Mike on Video, myself Ron Hoof, your cameraman Brian Pease, I bid you farewell from Salford, and we'll join you again shortly. So it's got to withstand this Salford pressure. Kearns left it pass on to Gibson, linking up in the line. But Saints managing to force Salford back temporarily. Going through from knocked in half back. Tried no mistake in that one. Mick Waddle, I think. Yes, Mick Waddle going over. 18 minutes of the game gone.